God, dog. You know, when I look at Dana Whitehead, I think of like a hard-boiled egg. When I used to eat those before I became vegan, man, like you take the hard-boiled egg and you hit a knife on it, crack it open, then you peel the shell off. Dana White got a hard-boiled head. I mean, look at this dude's forehead, man. Dana forehead look like he got like he got some kind of bald forehead erection or something. Look, God, dog. Look, man, what did I tell y'all? And shout out to my boy General Africa and the legendary LDWMMAC. Shout out. I listened to General Africa's 18-minute video, man, and it's an 18-minute video of beauty. 18 minutes of pure beauty that General Africa laid out in that video. And guys, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? What did I explain to all of y'all without a shadow of a doubt? Didn't I tell y'all that Dana White was going to try to throw up barriers and distractions to try to distract Cris Cyborg from Felicia Spencer? And I started thinking, why would he do this? Like, why would he do this to put this fight in jeopardy? I mean, you would think that he would just do more promotion instead of tearing down Cris Cyborg. What the hell? You think? He said Cris is afraid to lose. But, oh, that tricky Cris Cyborg. Oh, that tricky Cris Cyborg. Genius. Cris Cyborg is a genius. I'm going to tell y'all this now. Cris Cyborg is a genius. And how ingenious she is, okay? See, Dana White said that Cris is afraid to lose again and she don't want to lose again. Okay, losing is in her mind. He was saying all this stuff. What did Cris Cyborg do? She goes on her own. She made her... Cris is a gangster. Look, Cris said, forget about the UFC, embedded and UFC countdown. Forget that. Cris Cyborg made her own UFC countdown. Cris Cyborg, the one on Cris Cyborg channel, 1,000 times better than the one that the UFC produced. 1,000 times better. Man, Cris Cyborg opened up, man, and she watching herself get knocked out by Nunes. If that don't tell you right then and there, somebody who can watch them and learn from what they did wrong. I'm talking about she's watching herself get beat by Nunes. But she's scared? How you gonna explain that? And General Africa pointed that out in his video. That is genius by Cris Cyborg. See, the tables are beginning to turn. And the lies with Dana White, they're gonna be exposed, y'all. They're gonna be exposed. He's lying. And now people are starting to get hip to it. Because I think there's one video out there where Dana White said it. Yeah, Cris Cyborg don't want to lose again. Man, that thing damn near got more dislikes than likes. Because even the casual fans are starting to understand that this guy's lying. This guy can't tell the truth. And on top of everything else, man, Cris is trying to prepare for Felicia Spencer. See, I look at it like this, man. I'm going to tell you the plan. Y'all might not see this, but the plan is green. I'm going to tell y'all what the plan is. See, Dana wants Cris to lose against Spencer. Now, you would think, well, wait a minute, that's going to put the Nunes fight in jeopardy. Well, okay, not necessarily. See, Cyborg will lose to Spencer is what he wants. Okay, he wants her to lose. So then he can offer her like a garbage ass contract. Okay, give Cyborg a couple of opponents. Throw her some like really lifeless opponents. She go in there and smoke those opponents. Put Felicia Spencer in the contract along with Amanda Nunes. Do y'all see long term how much money this is worth? Like it's long term. I see what he's trying to do, but he's gonna fail. Dana White is gonna fail miserably, man. I mean, so you cut off your nose to spite your face. Like what good is this gonna do? It does nothing. It does nothing for him as a person. It does nothing for his brand. It does nothing for his believability. Like, and sooner or later, man, they're starting to get it, man. People are starting to get hip to Dana White. Like, nobody's really believing Dana White nowadays. For what? Why believe him? Why tell these lies? Well, I don't think she wants that fight. I don't think she want to lose like that anymore. Like, come on. And now I understand why Cris went to Africa. See, now everything is crystal clear. It's crystal clear. She got away from the distractions in America. And she secluded herself. And she probably had one of the hardest training camps of her career. That's why Cyborg went to Africa. But Cris is a genius. It's a genius. She countered Dana White without saying a word. She didn't go into trying to explain herself. She didn't do none of that. She countered Dana White without saying a word. Because, I mean, for somebody who's afraid of Amanda Nunes, God, dog, she sure is watching that fight. She sure is watching her mistakes, what she did in that fight. And even though the fight didn't last long, I tell you, it's hard for people to watch that fight. It's hard for people to watch when you do something wrong. Do you know how many fighters that can't watch themselves get beaten? You know how many fighters I've interviewed that can't? They just can't do it. They can't bring themselves to actually watch that defeat. Amazing, huh? Amazing. But I tell you, man, Dana White need to go. See, this is an example, man. That the UFC is $1 billion company. And you mean that you're going to physically, do something to damage the reputation of one of your athletes. Like, you're going to physically do that. You're going to honestly, Cris Cyborg could sue for defamation of character. She could sue for defamation of character, man. Because, you're destroying the girl's character is what they're doing. And I know Cris Cyborg is a tough fighter, but, she's still a woman. And women, they get emotional about this kind of stuff. And, as men, we can ignore stuff. We can ignore a lot of stuff. But women, sometimes women can't do that. Guys, that's just what it is. A female, sometimes they got a hard time of trying to ignore just things because women, they have emotion. They're very emotional. And, sometimes you can't really expect Cyborg to ignore all of this stuff. And she's going to clap back. But I like the way she did it this time. Because it just gets to a point, man, where you get tired of people just doing and saying whatever they think they want to you. You get tired of that. You get tired of it, and then, you begin to, look, I'm doing everything I can. I'm working my butt off to have the UFC do what? Disrespect me over and over? To keep disrespecting me over and over. And I've done nothing to you. I've done nothing to you, but I've just been successful. I brought you pay-per-view numbers. Okay? I mean, I brought notoriety to your platform. I'm the highest paid and the biggest women draw in the sport. And this is how I get treated? See, man, it doesn't really matter what she does. She's never going to be accepted by this organization. The way Dana White treats these athletes, man, Dana White ass need to go. He need to go. Like, they got to do something to get this guy out of there, man. They have got to get him out. They got to. And you know what? If Dana White goes, I guarantee you, and get somebody in there who's actually gonna defend the fighters. I mean, actually gonna promote their fighters. This dude will promote fighters that he want to promote, and he won't promote some fighters. And true, some of the fighters, they gotta leave the promotion on their own. They gotta do some stuff for themselves. But it's asinine the way he treat people that he don't like. Like, what the hell? What the hell kind of employer is this? Are you serious? And Dana gonna mess around, man. I'm telling y'all. Dana White gonna mess around. And yeah, I know he always say, well, beating me up, that's not gonna do anything for your career. It won't matter. One of these fighters, they're gonna snap on him, man. They're gonna flip, and they're going to, Dana gonna break he gonna break one of these fighters, and they just not gonna give a damn anymore. They're not gonna care. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna freak out on Dana White, and they're gonna take this man out of there. They're gonna take him down. Okay? They're gonna put Dana White down, and they're gonna feel good about it. And they'll do their jail time too. They'll do all of that. They'll do their jail time. They'll do it all, and they ain't gonna care. They're not gonna care, man, because people are sick and tired of Dana White. People tired of him, man. These fighters, they sick of him, man. They sick of him. And it's not just Cris Cyborg that's tired of him. You got a lot of fighters that they would love to just take Dana White and slap him upside that head. They would love it. You got a lot of managers, man, that don't like Dana White. And there's a reason for that, man. You pissing everybody off, man. Somebody gonna snap. I guarantee you, somebody is going to snap. And they ain't gonna care about getting arrested. They're gonna lose all sense of reality. Because, this is a form of mental abuse, too. And you guys need to know that this is a form of mental abuse, man. It is. I mean, somebody constantly just saying the same thing, and it's not true. We already know it's not true. He talking about she turning down contracts. Cris said she ain't got no contract. What contract? She ain't got a contract. You're doing this because you're trying to hurt the brand and you want to sucker Cris into getting into a contract that don't make sense. A contract that she'll have to take. It'll be like a take it or leave it contract. She's not going to do that. But I don't know, man. I got mixed feelings. I want to see the Nunes fight again. I really do. But, you know, I'm to the point now where I'm just like, man, look, I hope Scott Coker just offer her a buttload of money and then she just go. That's what I hope, because, you know, this is ridiculous, man. This is to the point where the relationship to me is not even salvageable. It's not even salvageable. Like, you know, what is he hoping to gain by all this? What is he hoping to gain? Like, really, man, you know, I mean, you know, the same way he destroyed Demetrius Johnson, you know, he was destroying Tyron Woodley in the media. I mean, he was destroying GSP. And it's like, when you don't like a fighter, I mean, the goal is to destroy them so they can't do anything. Like, later for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. And really, what action can you take against the head honcho? What action can you take? See, what avenues do these fighters have? They don't have any avenue. They just got to sit and take it. I hope Cris sue him, man. I hope she do. I hope they sue and get money, man. I hope they find a legal way to sue this guy for defamation of character.